Hey guys, Tim Sphere here, and I will be doing a profile on my Nova Grappler deck of my kitty Raizers. Or cat butler Raizers, whatever you want to call them. And, let me just get into the stride units first. Even though they're not the primary, cards for this deck, you use them as like a final push, or just to finish your opponent off, or just to reap in some benefits or get some more guard in hand if your opponent is seemingly threatening. So we have 4 Victoplasma, 2 Vic-10, and 2 Atmos. One of these is SP, I'm just going to show off. It looks really nice. Yeah, so that's the stride units for this deck. Let me get into the grade 3s over here. Let me just get them out real quick. And yeah, we have four Mega Flare, which is what most Raizer decks have, because Mega Flare is one of the best ace/boss units you can have for a Raizer deck. And 4 Drill Wing. I know some people are running 4 Muscle Shriek, for of the vanilla Raizer Legion, but I'm running Phoenix Raizer Drill Wing purely because of his Vanguard skill if I don't get Mega Flare in time, or, well, just because of his extra skill. So yeah, it's the grade 3s. Those aside here. And let's get into grade 2s. Okay, we have 2 Starlight Hedgehog, just for her unflipping. Her draw card skill is pretty good, but I'd say that mostly her unflipping is good. Even though Raizer decks don't use too much counterblasting, I do use one unit that does counterblast quite a bit. Mostly, I just use Gatling Raizer here. Counterblast 1 gains 4k for just for finishing off purposes. If your opponent is low on hand and you're just trying to finish him off. Now we have 4 Dual Flare. Now Dual Flare is the Legion mate for Mega Flare, if that didn't prevail to you yet. Once you stand him up, he gains 4k, which complements with Vic-10's ability, and also Mega Flare's ability himself. I'll be getting into why I run some of these cards later. Now we have our 12k beater, Phoenix Raizer Flame Wing, and we have, Flame Wing is the Legion mate of Phoenix Wing, and we have 2 Trans Raizer. Now I understand that is a really weird choice to have, but I like to be creative, and also it helps generate columns for Mega Flare attacks. Yeah, so let's get into grade 1s. Alright. So we have a very limited grade 1 pool here. I only limited it this small because you can G-assist, which I know is not ideal, but it honestly, having all those grade 2s just helps. So we have 3 perfect guards of Twin Blader. They have no perfect guards for Raizers. Sad face. And we have 1 shield Raizer, just generate drop zone for Mega Flare or Phoenix Wing. And then we have 3 tank Raizers. Surprisingly, that's all my grade 1s. I only run tank Raizers so that he's basically a resist in a way. So basically, that's my grade 1s. Let's get into grade 0s here. I probably should have gone through these before I started the video. We have 4 Cat Butlers, which is a staple along with Mega Flare. Basically, I'll get into abilities later. So we have 4 Cat Butlers, 3 Trans Raizer, 4 Battle Raizer. Trans Raizer and Battle Raizer are both stand units. They're both 3k, which is horrible, but if they can do a quick boost to a unit for 6k, because if they're boosting, they become 6ks, and they return back to the deck, which is good in situations of near duck out, so that you can get plenty of triggers. And I have 4 minimum Raizer, our crit trigger, and 1 Meteor Raizer, which is another crit trigger. I have 2 Raizer Girl Kate and 2 Wild Boys. Those are my heals. If I had 2 more Raizer Girl Kates, that would be amazing. I just need 2 more so that we can help with our archetype here, or our subclan here. Okay, and starter is Energy Raizer. I know a lot of people run Mirai, but I feel that Energy Raizer's standing helps with spamming standing in the metagame, which really helps just wrecking your opponent. Alright, let's get into strategy here. We have the 4 Cat Butlers and your 4 Mega Flares. So, most of the time, you'll run a field like so. That's how I've been running my field most of the time. And of course, Mega Flare isn't Legion, or his skill does not work. So I've already Legioned. And most of what I needed to do is done, I guess. Yeah, this is usually my field during my games at my locals. So I just swing for 16 at an opponent's rear guard, or just to get rid of it. And then I would just swing for 11 at another rear guard, or the vanguard, because all vanguards are either 10k or 11k. And then I would do 16, and since there are 4 units, well actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units which are rested, he gets a crit. For every 4 he gets a crit. So, well, since there can only be 7 units, that's really all you can do, 1 crit. And if it does go through, I can restand one of my grade 3s on my front rear guard columns and attack for another 11k at their vanguard or an important rear guard, just to get rid of the 5k guards in their hands, and also opens up more options for me. And if it does not go through or they perfect guard it, you can take Cat Butler, put it in the drop zone, and then restand. And since there are 4 units rested, he gets a crit, and that's another 20k. 20k at the vanguard double crit. If it does go through, you can stand, and you're still wasting your opponent's hand. So either way, your opponent will have to do something. If they take it, you can stand and get rid of a 5k from their hand. Plus, they take 2 damage, which really almost brings them to the end of the game. Or if it doesn't go through, you can retire and then just stand again and go for 20k double crit, which your opponent will most likely be devastated by then. They'll just practically be gone. I can't really say much else. But if you are don't have that much of a field or much of a hand option, then you can either just stride with some of those extra grade 3s in your hands into Meteor Kaiser Victo Plasma, which does require 2 counterblasts, but you do get 4 cards from his twin drive, and he stands up again, which gets rid of your opponent's hand because you're swinging for a constant 26k. Or you can go for Vic 10 and stand up one of your rear guards and just waste some of your opponent's hand. Or you can go for Atmos and just counterblast and attack your opponent to death. Yep. I hope you guys enjoyed that deck profile. There will be more to come. I will have an update on my channel soon regarding videos and schedules, because there's something coming up in my family that I will have to be talking about to you guys. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please, if you have any suggestions on what I should do next, leave a comment down below. And please like this video if you'd like more content. Okay, guys, have a great day, and see you.